Good morning, class. I am so excited to meet you again today. It's a wonderful opportunity. It's to me, I did not even think about that it will happen because you see, we are a class, but we are in different places. It never dawned on me in the past when I was planning to become a teacher that I have a class in different places of the Philippines and not even in the Philippines, even outside the Philippines. So thank you so much. The Lord has given us this opportunity and probably this situation for us to learn and broaden our idea of what a classroom would look like. So, again, I would like to welcome all of you. I hope you have learned something from our discussion yesterday and from the video last Monday that you have watched. I want you to, I want to encourage you to really watch the video so that during our discussion, you already know what to do. Because the discussion that we have, the work of that online discussion that we have is for me to only clarify what you did not understand in the video. So, watching the video and thinking about it, seeing it many times, and you see like finding the areas that you did not understand well. Because when you come and we have this online discussion, this is the very time wherein you will ask questions, those things that you did not understand. Is that correct? Yeah, this is an opportunity. Oh, this area is not very clear to me. So, this is the area that I prepare to ask difficult questions to my teacher. Wow, and I would be excited to help you in that. Okay, before moving on, let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to have another class with my students and help me that I may impart the lesson properly and all of them will understand. Thank you so much, Lord, for your love. Jesus. Okay? By the way, I want you to carefully watch this video because you have some work to do. And if you don't listen carefully, it might be difficult for you to do your worksheets. Let's begin. Let me try this. Yeah, that's there. Mm, hmm, where is it? Let me check. There. Hmm, very sad. Yeah, by if this is probably a requirement that I will give you, that when you come to class like this, you have to have your pencil, your notebook, or your paper beside you because you are also going to solve. It's like a class. You cannot just be sitting in the classroom and yeah, listen to the teacher and do nothing because practice is very important. Yes, practice is very important. You may say to yourself, ah, I know that. But when you put it in real practice, it might be different. So practice listening carefully, practicing more will help you learn a lot and make it become part of you because you know it by heart. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. We'll be studying about addition of fraction with what's that? I heard something, but anyway, let me continue. Is it something wrong? No, I'll just proceed. So, addition of fraction with, okay, our topic discussion for today is addition of fraction with the same denominators, subtraction of fraction with the same denominators, addition of fraction with different denominators. Subtraction or fraction with different denominators. Well, we'll see. We'll find out. What's this? There's a rule that we have to follow. You see, in every thing that you have to learn, you have to follow something. Some of it, it's not a rule. Maybe some said it's rule of thumb. Okay, but in this addition of fraction and subtraction of fraction, we have to follow two simple rules. Number one, simply add the numerators. So when you add fraction with the same denominator, simply add the number on top because these are the numerators. Number two, use the same denominator. So add the numbers on top, but don't add the number below. You just add the numerators, the number on top, and use the same number below. Let's see. For example, okay, this is based on what we have learned yesterday. This is like fraction, and this is proper fraction. Proper fraction. So let's add. By the way, the numerator here represents the yellow one, and the denominator represents how many equal parts this whole is divided into. How many? Let's count. One, two, three, four, five. That's why it's five. And this one here is the yellow part here. Plus, okay, this part is five. So that's why it's five. And this two represents the two yellow colored spaces. It says the rule, we can still remember, 1 plus 2. Simply add only the number on top. We call it the numerator. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. And use the same denominator. 5 here, 5 here, and so we have 5 here. Do not say 5 plus 5. That's wrong. Okay? That's wrong. Use the same denominator. That's the rule. Let's move another one. Let's have another one. Okay. 1/4, the 4 here represents the 4 boxes. The one here is this one. And this one here is this one. So 1/4 plus 1/4, 1 plus 1 equals 2. And use the same denominator. Okay? Let's stop. Oh, it's practice already. Yeah, I put it right away because I know you know it. You can do it. So let's try. I'll be with you. I'll be with you on the first four numbers. So 8, the denominator, 8 here. So we have 8. So 5 plus 1 equals, correct, 6. Our numerator is 6. Here we have the denominator of 10. So all throughout the way, we have 10. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. Here all the way, 7. 3 plus 2 equals, correct again, 5. 3, 3, 3. So 4 plus 3 equals 7. So 7 here. Now, I want you to solve 5 to 10. I'll give you maybe 1 minute. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Ready, go. You are grade 6, so you know how to do that. Start. Write your answer. You copy the problem and write your answer with it in your notebook or any piece of paper. And after that, we will check our answer. One more minute. 30 seconds left. In my class, you have to do it fast, especially if it's so easy. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Check your own paper because we cannot exchange work like in a classroom. So number 5, we have 8 over 9. Number 6, we have 5 over 4. Number 7, we have 11 over 12. Number 8, we have 7 over 5. Number 9, we have 10 over 6. And number 10, we have 12 over 9. You got perfect. I know. Let's move to another one. This time, we will do subtraction. The same rules. Simply subtract the numerators and use the same denominator. Let's move. I know it's so easy. So you have 7, 7, 7. 3 minus 2 equals 1. 6, 6. And the last one here is 6. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. 5 all the way. 4 minus 1 equals 3. You get it? The same rule with addition. Yes. Now, let's do a little bit higher. One step higher. This time, let's tackle. I know you have done this many, many times, and probably even some of you have mastered it. But anyway, this is part of my lesson today. Grade 6. Ready? Addition of addition and subtraction of fraction. I should have added something here with different denominators. Oh, different denominators, Sir Murillo? How can we do that? Well, let's always remember that you cannot add or subtract fraction if their denominators are different. So what do we do when we have a problem with different denominators? We have to find a way to make it the same. That's our challenge. We have to make it the same. And I will teach you how to make it the same. Let's start. First of all, we have to remind ourselves about least common denominator. We have to find a common denominator. Common denominator means you have to use one denominator. Common denominator for the fractions you're solving. Like this. Let's read. To add and subtract fractions with unlike. Oh, by the way, unlike means different denominators. First, find the common denominator. You have to find a denominator that is the same with the two fractions, such as the least common denominator. That's the same. Let's go. Okay, to add or subtract rational expressions. Wow, this is deep. Rational expression is just like fraction. So let me reword it. To add or subtract fraction with unlike. Unlike is different. So let me repeat the sentence. Read it from the beginning. To add or subtract fractions with different instead of unlike denominators, you have to change them to equivalent forms. In other words, you have to change their denominators the same. A common denominator. It's called a common denominator. This involves finding least common denominator of the two original expressions. Yes, that's correct. Now, before we can find the least common denominator, we first have to learn least common multiple. Sir Murillo, what are these things? Least common denominator, least common multiple. Let's first learn how to find common multiple. And when we know how to do it, that common multiple becomes our common denominator. Okay? That's the idea. So first, multiples, then that multiple will be used as our denominator. For example, this is three methods of finding least common multiple. But I will use and I will introduce and advise that we will use method two. Use a list of multiples, and after that, find the common or least common multiple. Okay, the first method is use a number line. So you have a line here, and you'll put the numbers here. Okay? To me, I found it because maybe I'm lazy. I don't like to do that. Now, the third one is use prime factorization. Prime factorization. There are two ways of finding prime factorization. This one is one of them, and the other one is three, like a three factorization. So, for example, 8 here. Okay, we have 8 here. What are the factors of 8? Or the numbers that you multiply and it becomes, or the product is 8. For example, we have a 2 here. So 2 times 2, by the way, that dot over here, that means multiplication. So 2 times 2 equals 4, times 2 equals 8. So these are the prime factors of 8. How about 12? So 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 times 3 equals 12. So this is 12. So these are the factors of 12. Okay? Now, how about list or listing method? For example, you have 3 here. What you need to do is just repeat and like this. You will do it this way. 3. Okay, you will just repeat this number here. So this is 3. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 6 plus 3 equals 9. 9 plus 3 equals 12. Plus 3, 15. Plus 3, 18. Down the line until 36. And this example ended in 36. But you could have gone more and have 60 here. Okay. For this one, you repeat the 5 here. 5 plus 5, 10, plus 5, 15, plus 5, 20, plus 5, 25, down the line, and it reaches to 60. How about 6? So you put 6 here, 6 plus 6, 12, plus 6, 18, plus 6, 24, plus 6, 30, plus 6, 36, down the line, and it is 70. Now, LCM means least common multiple. What is the number here among the three numbers that are found in three groups? For example, here you have 6. Remember, in three groups, here you have 6, you have 6. But this line has no 6, so you cannot use 6. How about 12? This one has 12, this one has 12, but this one has no 12. You cannot use that. To find a number that is found in or among the three of them, like 30, yeah, 30, yeah, 30, yeah. So use 30. This is the first number from among the three that is the same. What if this one is 60, 60, and down the line here, if you continue, you have also 60. So 60, 60, 60. But you cannot use 60 because it says the least, the smallest number that's found from among the three groups. So 30 should be the ideal. Why? Because this is the first, the smallest number that are the same. Okay, are we done with that? That's finding the least common multiple. Let's see. Like here. This is like teaching you how to make a common multiple. So it says list the first 10 multiples of each number. So 2 here down the line, so there are 10 numbers. 5 here down the line, there are 10 multiples. Here, no, until 10, until 10. So this is an example of how to make a multiple, but it does not mean you have to find a least common multiple here. Okay, thank you. You got it? Good. Let's move. For example, the fraction has a denominator of 5 and a denominator of 9. So we have here these multiples. We have it ended at 55. The 9 here, it ended in 81. But what is the denominators or the numbers that are the same? It's 45. So our common denominator now for both these fractions is 45. Okay, let's have another example. Another one. Here we have 8, here we have 20. So 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 8, 24, 24 plus 8, 32, 32 plus 8, 40, 40 plus 8, 46, 48 plus 8, 56, and you can continue. Here you have 20, 20 plus 20 equals 40, 40 plus 20, 60, 60 plus 20 is 80. And so what's the number that's the same? Got it. You got it. 40. So our common denominator is 40. Now, after learning how to find a common denominator using least common multiples or multiples, there is another rule that we have to learn to apply what you have done. Steps to do to form a new fraction with a common denominator. What are the steps? Find, identify the denominators. You have to know what are the denominators and use it to find the common multiple. For example, if you know that the denominators of the fraction is 8 and 20, then use 8 and 20, the denominators, to find the multiples. And after you found the least common multiple, use it as your denominator. Okay? Then find the least common multiple of the two denominators. That's what I have just explained here. And in this case, we have 40. Yes? Then divide the denominator taken from the LCM by the denominator of the first fraction. Wow, that's interesting. I will explain that later. Then multiply the quotient to the numerator of the first fraction and add the numerators and use the same denominators. Look at this. This is the one. You see, 4 here, that's the first rule. Identify the denominators. So here we have 4 and we have 3. Okay? 4 and 3. Then the second rule is that find the least common, find the least common multiple of the two denominators, like this. So if this is 4 and 3, here you will write 4 and 3, and you will make it like this. In this case, after making it, it's 12. Okay? So you have here, now you have the common denominator of 40. So in this case, you have 12. So use 12 here. Use 12 here and here. Common denominator. You have to put the denominators or the denominator in both fractions. Our problem is how to find the numerator then. It's 1. At first it's 3. Now it's 9. First it's 8. At 2. Now it's 8. Now the rule says divide. First, divide the denominator. Let's try. 12 divide 4. All right? Says here, divide the numerator and multiply the quotient to the numerator. So after you divide, you will multiply. Okay? After you divide, you will multiply. Let's see. Something here. Liam Bradley. Liam, I'm sorry, Liam. So here, 12 divided by 4 is 3. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 3 equals 9.
Morning po.
Hello, Liam. Today we have no online. You will only watch you will only watch video today. Tomorrow is our
Okay.
online. Okay? Sorry. So turn this off. Then watch the video that the teacher will send at 10 o'clock. That's your work for today. But tomorrow we'll have our online. Is that okay? Thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye. Yes. So here you have 12 divided by 4 times 3 equals 9. 12 divided by 3 is what? 4. 4 times 2 equals 8. Now you have already the same denominator. And now you can add these two. So 9 plus 8 equals 17 over 12. See, you were able to add it after we found the common denominator. And you will find the common denominator by doing common multiples. Is that exciting? Yeah, this one is a little bit different example. I made a mistake here of when I changed it. So uh, the common least common multiple here is not correct because here you have 3, then 2, 4, 6, 8. It should be 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay? Anyway, so here you have here the one third here is become or the one third here became 4 over 12. Why? Because the common denominator of 3 and 4 is 12. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. 4 times 1 equals 4. The 1/4 here, class, is like 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. So instead of 1 over 3 and 1 over 4, now 4 over 12 and 3 over 12. So 3 plus 4 equals 7 over 12. That's the thing. Another example, 5 denominator, 9 over 5 plus 14 over 7. Different denominators. If you find the common denominator here, it's 35. Okay? 5 plus 5, 10 plus 5, 15 plus 5, 20 plus 5, 25 plus 5, 30 plus 5, 35. That's why there's 35 here. How about 7? 7 plus 7, 14. 14 plus 7, 21. 14 plus 7 equals 21 plus 7 equals 28. 28 plus 7 equals 35. That's why we have a 35 here. How did we get 36? 63. So this is the one. 35 divide 5 equals 7. 7 times 9 here, 7 times 9 here equals 63. Okay? 35 divides 7 equals 5. 5 times 14 equals 70. 63 plus 70 equals 133. And use the same denominator. It's here. Correct? Yeah. Okay. This is the last example. And you will do your own practice in your worksheet. So this is the last one. 2 over 3 plus 1 over 5. So you will find the common denominator or the multiples of 3 and 5. So here you have 3 here for this. So here you have 3 there, 5 here. Let's see. 3 plus 3, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12 plus 3, 15. 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 5, 15. So our common denominator is 15. That's why you have a 15 here. So how do you get 10? So 15 divided by 3 equals 5. 5 times 2 equals 10. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 times 1. So here must be 3. Okay. Then 10 plus 3 equals 13 over 15. Got it? Okay. Now, if you are like still confused, just review this video again. You get it? But I want you to go to Math 6 Lesson 2. Just choose, just choose between worksheet 2A or worksheet 2B. Now, if you are so encouraged to do it, you can do two, but I will only require one because I know many of your teachers also in this online is giving you maths assignment. So choose one. If you really like it, you can choose two. And after you solve it, send it to our site. Thank you very much and bye bye to you. I want to see you tomorrow on our online class. But you have to watch this video so that when we have our discussion tomorrow, your mind is set, you're ready, and you only would like to ask questions that you did not understand from the video that I was giving. Okay? I want a class participation tomorrow. So bye bye, class, and see you all tomorrow.